we love it when the wild. Turn up the volume, raise up seduction. All of the covering part, get reduction. I am no weak heart, I love the action. Everything she do done grip me like traction. This girl too sweet, she just too damn sweet. Jungle fever and suburban heat, I feel like I'm on Bourbon Street. She make me ball. Feel like I'm in a red light district.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Kim, back with another video. In today's video, as you guys can already tell by the title, I'm going to be doing the Rihanna Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation as well as their Pro Filter Concealer. Now, I know a lot of vloggers have been doing this, so I'm late, but better late than never. But before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below because I do respond to the comments. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So like I said, I've been seeing a lot of hype about this foundation, so I went into Sephora a few days ago and just picked it up. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you would know I was recently out of the country, so it took me a little while, and you guys know I have a lot going on in my personal life, so it took me a while to get to this foundation, but I hope it works out because it's pretty cost effective. So now I'm just going in with my Fix Spray by MAC. As you guys know, I live by this stuff. Now I do already have my eyebrows done and my eyeshadow on. I typically do that before I put on my foundation, so I'm just gonna go in, spray this on, and I like to do that when I'm done putting on my my foundation. Not my foundation, when I'm done doing my eyes, just because it kind of gives my face a little bit of moisture, because I feel like it kind of dries itself out. And of course, you guys know I'm using my little Trinket mirror, not clean, per usual. I do want to give a shout out to a few people. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm going to try to put a picture of my cousin up here or here, if I can find one, or she can send me one. But her name is Jada. She lives in Trinidad, and she actually helped me out quite a bit with the opening to this video. So if you guys like it, comment down below. But I just did want to give her just a shout out. Also, my grandmother, Granny, in Trinidad, because she actually watches my videos. Thank you for the support. I love you. But yes, let's just get right into it. So I got it in a shade, I believe it's maybe I shouldn't throw the box so soon. It is shade 445. Now I have been going through some issues trying to find a foundation that actually matches me. The undertones of my skin are yellow, but when my skin is irritated, sometimes it looks red. And then in the summertime, I'm just gonna turn up the light on this. I feel it's a little dull. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I know, an awkward thing to do mid-video, but I felt it was necessary. Again, better late than never. So I've noticed that lately my skin, I don't want to say like my skin tone has changed, but I'm having a really hard time finding foundation that matches my skin. Sometimes like when I'm done putting on my makeup, or I should say powder, like when I'm done putting on the powder, I find that, you know, sometimes I look pale. Now, you guys already know my chest does not match the rest of my body. So typically when I put on makeup anyway, it always looks really, really crazy. So add that to it, you know. And I'm having a little issue, which is why I had on that foundation before. Well, concealer, I should say. So I'm not sure if I'm really seeing. Okay. Yeah, the ash. I wash my hands a lot, so my hands are always dry. Alright, so this is my third pump. So what I typically do when I'm putting on foundation is I will pump it on my hand like a paint palette, and then I just brush it in with the brush, and I'll go in and I'll press it in with the beauty blender, just because the sponge just applies it a lot faster. And typically when I'm putting on my makeup, I'm always running late, so yeah, that's the reason for that. So I'm just gonna go in, and I decided to do something a little bit different with my makeup. If you guys follow me, then you guys know I am all about neutral, natural beauty, but the last time I had on color in one of my videos, I actually liked how it looks. I was like, what do you got to lose? Might as well, you know, cover up all these blemishes. I don't know what happened to my skin while I was in Trinidad. The day I got off the plane, like the next day, I had like pimple after pimple after pimple. So, yeah, my skin is going through it. It's recovering now, but you know, who wants to have breakouts on vacation? I mean, not me, but you know, happens. Yeah, and I brush in the excess from my hand and my neck, because you always want to make sure that you rub in your foundation in your neck and then in your hairline, because you never want to end up looking like a ghost. Oh, and the wig that I'm wearing, by the way, it's from Terry Styles. As you guys know, there's a video on my channel about my initial impressions about this wig. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead, check that out. I'm going to leave a link for that down below. So I'm just going in with the back of the Beauty Blender and then just pressing it in. And for me, I feel like it gives it more of like a skin finish, and it wipes off any excess like oils from the foundation. So I definitely like to go in and do that. All right. So that appears to be pretty even. I'm going to grab another Beauty Blender. I have a few of them. And then I'm going to go in. I have the concealer in shade 430. Not sure if you guys can see that. So typically, so when I went into Sephora, let's start there. They were like, oh, well, the concealer is the same shade as the foundation. That's the one that we recommend that you get. But for me, I always go with a shade or two lighter, because I'm looking for concealer to be a highlight under my eye. Now, if you guys follow any of my other makeup tutorials, I don't think I have many up on my channel. I do go in with a powder once I've set my concealer, Deep Dark Mineralized by MAC. And I just like that it gives you like a shimmer, like a natural kind of a glow finish. So I tend to stick with that. So we're going to go in with this. That's the shade. Looks kind of yellow. But again, the undertones of my skin are yellow. My mom is yellow, so that's what I go with. So what I do is on my Beauty Blender, I spray a little bit of Fix Spray. And then I press that in. And then we're going to go in under the eye. Now I would really, again, like for this to work, because I feel like right now, especially from coming back from the Caribbean, my skin has gotten a little darker, which I don't mind, because I love my melanin, it's popping. But I feel as though it's evened out my skin tone. I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation on my face. My nose typically is lighter than the rest of my face. I don't know why. Sometimes I think I look like Mr. Potato Head. But neither here nor there. So I definitely don't mind the fact that my face got a little bit darker, because it kind of just, you know, made my nose blend in. But so far, no complaints. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Now I do need a little bit more, because what I typically do is I'll go over my nose and then on my forehead in the middle and then around my mouth, because I found that sometimes when I don't go around my mouth, it looks really dark. Another area that I suffer with hyperpigmentation. So I'm just going to go in, go on the nose, and then just going to blend that out. So not too bad. I'm not sure if she has powders. I probably should have looked into that when I was in Sephora. But the powder that I use currently is by Clinique. And as you guys know, before, well, now I'm branching out and trying different things. But I like to stick with Estee Lauder and MAC, Clinique, their Estee Lauder. Because I find that works really well for my skin. In terms of like, it doesn't break me out. Because I've had makeup foundation break me out before. Not fun. So I probably should have checked to see if they had any powder. So I feel like my face looks a little yellow, but we'll see when everything's all said and done. I'm gonna be keeping it on now because it's already on my face. But yes, so I'm gonna go in with another Beauty Blender and Laura Mercier setting powder. Now, if you guys recall, on my channel around the holidays, I did purchase some things from Macy's. This happened to be one of them, and then after trying this out, I was like, oh, I don't like it, because that's me. I'll always like, oh, no first before I say yes. And then after I looked at some of the videos that not videos, the video, where I had the 3 different setting powders on my face, I realized that the Laura Mercier actually looked really flawless on camera. So I'm like, let me give this another try. So I've since switched. So the setting powder that I now use is the Laura Mercier setting powder in the translucent. So I'm just going to go in with that and just apply it everywhere I put like my concealer, just to set it. So yes, I'm probably going to still use the banana powder the same way like I use the ColourPop foundation, just like in my videos, because who wants to waste their good makeup, you know? Not I, because makeup is expensive and she loves makeup, so definitely don't want to waste it. But yes, I'm going to still keep my banana powder for when I'm filming, but when I'm going out, Laura Mercier is definitely going to be the way to go, because I have noticed a definite difference. So the reason that I decided to change, and again, I'm not sure exactly what's going on now. I do know that MAC has changed their formula for their foundation and their concealer, which is the reason why I initially switched from MAC to Dior for my foundation. What I found was happening is that once my makeup settled underneath my eyes right here, you would see it would look dry and like white, and then everything else would have like my natural oils coming through. I want my natural oils to come through, but I want it to come through everywhere. I don't want it to look, you know, like if I have a ring of white powder underneath my eye. That's just definitely not the look that I'm going for. So that's what prompted the change, just in case anyone is wondering. So far, so good with the Laura Mercier, so definitely going to stick with that. I just realized I'm setting my face and I didn't do any contour. Like contour. Story of my life. But nothing makeup can't fix. But yeah, I'm just going to go in. I'm not going to put any product on this brush because I'm not really looking for a heavy contour. Again, this is just a video for my channel. So I'm just going to go in with whatever product is on the brush, which typically in my case is enough. So I'm just going to go in. So that should be enough. And we're going to go in here. Alright. So now I'm going to go in with my Clinique powder in shade 146. And I'm just going to go over everywhere the highlight is not. So, and I typically don't put on like a lot of powder in those areas, because again, I just want it to look really natural. Always get in the crease of your mouth. And then again, that hairline. So now I'm going to go in with my MAC Blunt. And that is, it's actually a blush, but I use it as a contour because it's a very, very pretty color. It's very pretty chocolate brown. Alright. And then, now I know I'm not going over the exact brushes that I use, but if you guys watch that makeup tutorial that I did on my channel, it's the same brushes, same technique. Nothing with that has actually changed. So I'm just going to go in, and then I like my contour to look really, really natural. So what you typically do is from your ear here to the end of your eye. So you're going to do that on both sides. And what I like to do, even though I know it's not the right way to contour for my face shape, is I like to take the brush and then contour here. And it just kind of makes my face look a little bit smaller, because I do go through my phases where I'm a little chubbier in the face. So, like typically when I'm bulking, for those of you who work out. So, just gonna go over that. Look at, oh yes, honey, look at that come through contour. Ew. All right. And then I'm just gonna go over where I put in some of that excess product for the wet contour for that brush that I use, and I'm gonna go over it on my nose. Now I take that same brush So now I'm gonna go in with my blush. And as you guys recall, in that same video where I went over some of the products that I got around the holiday time because they were on sale at Macy's, I got this new blush, Burnt Pepper, one of my favorites, because I noticed before my blush, when I would put it on because I really like a natural look, it just wasn't showing up. It was literally too natural, so I had to change it. But now my new like favorite blush is Blunt. Is it Blunt? Burnt Pepper. Getting it all mixed up. So I'm just gonna go in with that right here. Look at that color. It's subtle but enough. So I'm gonna go right here. All right. And then I'm gonna go in with this limited edition Bad Girl Gone Good Rihanna blush that I also really love. As you guys can tell, it's like almost gone. I have no idea what I'm gonna do when it's finished, so pray for me. I'm gonna go in. So I'm gonna go in with that MAC Mineralized Powder in Deep Dark, and I'm just gonna go over where it's highlighted, also around my mouth, just to get all that excess setting powder off. Gosh, it looks so good. Okay, Rihanna, okay. Okay. As we just saying, Trinidad, you're saying something here. You're saying something. Not bad. It's really just to see like how it comes out in pictures, and do I look like I'm trying to be lighter? I like it. So far, so good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my highlight. Now I did also order a Trophy Wife. I know it's like a day late, $1 short. It's really late for Trophy Wife, but I wanted to try it out. I've now gotten into highlights where I want them to show up a little bit more. So for me, I'm now getting into the, into the Trophy Wife. So I ordered it because they didn't have it in stock. And then I'm gonna go in with my lip liner. You guys know that the lip liner that I use, as usual, is $1. I don't think I need to pay more than $1 for a lip liner. It just doesn't click in my brain for me. Like, I'll spend money on makeup, I'll spend money on hair, but like a lip liner, $1. That's all you're gonna get out of me. And I've tried expensive lip liners. I just don't feel like I see a difference, so $1 is all I'm willing to spend. And I just got this from my local beauty supply store, so you can get one there for yourself as well. I never actually wore this lipstick by itself. Not sure if I'm going to wear it by itself. Now, typically I'll mix it with like Please Me from MAC. But let's see. Looking good. Actually, I really like that. I am going to leave it on by itself. So I'm going to put on my lashes. Gonna do that off camera. No need to do that on camera because the video is not about the lashes. The video is about the foundation. So I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts on the foundation. Or should I say my initial impression, final thoughts. Alright, so I'm back. Took a few minutes. I had to put on these lashes. I tried putting them on in here. Eventually I had to go to my bathroom just to get them like finally set in place. But I definitely love this foundation. I feel as though I don't really see any difference between this and a Dior, which is a good thing because this is significantly cheaper. Now the real question is, is it going to agree with my skin? But so far so good. Definitely going to do like a full test run, like, and go out with it and just see like how it settles. To see if like my natural oils come through like I like, because I want my face, even though I have on makeup, to look like skin. So definitely looking forward to see how that's gonna work out for me, especially with, I want to say, summer coming up. I know we're in March, but summer's right around the corner, or should I say, like, is it spring? Yes, spring and then summer. So definitely looking forward to see how this foundation performs in those environments, because those are typically the environments I'm going to be wearing them in. So yeah, that's my final thoughts on this initial impressions. Definitely, like I said, impressed. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.